All right, Shalom. This is Sharbon Shrella out of Lions Den Camp. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father and the Son and the perpetuity return. Call Halam La, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Habakar Kodash Ma'amath. Also, the honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and the honors to our elders as well, Ahara One by Shrella. Peace, blessing, one third, and salutations to the whole for elect. This could be a quick little lesson going on curse words. It's funny to me. I don't got no lesson on it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you call it? I seen him do. I don't think I might do a rebuke on him, but he might be with GOCC or something. He don't give praises to GMS. So, nonetheless, of course, Christians believe that. They believe curse words and stuff, but a simple. I'm just gonna get this right here. Profanity, which is also known as swearing or cussing. Cussing is a slang for cursing. It says the use of offensive language, often in hostile or aggressive way. It can include vulgar, obscene, and irreverent words, gestures, or jokes. Profanity can be used to express strong emotions like anger or frustration, demonstrating negativity, so on and so forth. We know what cuss words is, man. I just wanted to touch on it because that's crazy. I didn't think that was people that, they think you're not supposed to cuss. I think you're just supposed to have respect for like older people, for children, because children watch these videos. Older people might not want to hear all that cussing. Young people don't want to. You don't want to hear you cuss all the time when you're younger, So, but that's just general courtesy, and that's just the courtesy we have used in America. That's just what it is. That's the, hold the door for somebody. But the real meaning of cursing is not how we use it, because the F word, F-U-C-K, that means fornication. S word, shit, it means pig or poop. Ass is, of course, what the Lord rode on when he came into town. A mule, a donkey. Damnation, hell is what's it called? Low condition. All right. So every word, is has a meaning. Our these Esau still have words for us to call us. Of course, we got words to call Esau. Edom, Idumeans, devils, crimson, criminals. He's a hammer of the earth right now economically. All right, he's still able to call us jigaboos and moon crickets. Call out Negroes and the guards and whatnot. These are bywords that were being called to this day, and it is shown economically and shown systematically who we really are. We are the low people. We're the poverty people among the earth, all on the earth, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. They are actually putting, they actually making it be known that Job 9:24, man, the earth will come to the hands of the wicked. They making it be shown that they are the true rulers of this earth. So, as far as the words go, cursing is this. This is a swear. It says make a solemn statement or promise undertaking to do something or affirming that something is the case. You're not supposed to swear because, that's a good reason. This is James chapter 5 and 12. It says, "But all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea and your nay be nay, lest you fall into condemnation." So you don't want to condemn yourself for swearing. All right, so that's not freaking. That's not saying. They're not saying J, because the word J meant like a vowel person, or what's the other word that the presidents was using around 1700s? A homunculus or Aphrodite, like somebody without someone without loins or genitalia or whatever. So that would it's a whole bunch of words you can use to that's seen as profane, But nonetheless, of course, it's how you use it. You can just say it around willy nilly, but Nonetheless, you shouldn't swear by any means. I swear to do this. I swear to you. You shouldn't do that. You don't want to condemn yourself. You can only make you can barely make a promise that like the less I just did before this. We don't know what we got tomorrow. We gotta just do what we can do today. Smell the roses. Do your lesson, study, pray. Lord forbid anything happen to you, and Lord willing, everything that you need to happen to you happen to you. So that's why just one of the things you have knowledge and wisdom, and that should be a stability of our time. Slightly paraphrasing. So that's why this. So of course, you're not supposed to swear. No solemn promises. By heaven or earth, you're not supposed to swear on nothing, swear to nobody. You're just supposed to do your job to the best of your ability. No promises. That's what we say. Lord forbid, Lord forbid, or Lord willing, because it's all about hope and faith. It's what the dude use. By the way, I think he might be GOCC. I'm gonna have to tag him or something. I don't. It's Ephesians chapter 4:29 said, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may be ministered grace unto the ears." So a whole bunch of J's. We're called the N words on an economical level. Esau don't even have to call out people the N word. They be called the N words. Jake like to call himself that. That's a form of Stockholm syndrome. They love to call themselves anything but a child of God. It can say demons, harlots, whores, or whatever, thugs, pimps, whatever. Everybody call them that. Everybody call themselves anything but a child of the Most High. But of course, the true men of the Lord, the ones on the highways and byways, that's calling out the name Yahweh by Shema Shai, they get them with the correct fruits. We're not from the communication not will be corrupt, because ultimately through love and hope and faith and knowledge and wisdom, saying poop or shit or whatever, or saying the N word, because some of our people are truly N words. They are ninjas, just like Esau is the devil. He's truly a deceiver. Just like Eve is truly a wicked person, mostly harlot or wicked or conniving, of some sort. That's nothing to be. It's not it's not vain to say. It's very knowledgeable to say, because this is the actual world that we live in. It's not corrupt of any sort. Of course, once again, older people come around, a child watching your video, you don't want to cuss too much, but you can understand that. And of course, YouTube might strike you too if you cuss too much or do certain things. But nonetheless, that's what it is. But as far as cussing goes, you curse it or swear, of course, a solemn promise. You're not supposed to swear by anything. You're supposed to do your best. Curse word is, not what you think it is. They actually have, Esau has way more curse words than than they have created. Because they say damn and hell. We're calling we're saying that what it is. we saying the day of days of the week: Saturday, Thursday, Monday, Moon, Thor, Saturn. So these are the spellings. These are the spells. Magic. Magic. The word magic means used to hide something. We're being deceived through all America, and of course across the whole earth. That these is what the planets are called. These are what the days are called. The months are called. So that's actually that's a curse word, but that's a misuse of. Well, that's what spelling is. They're doing idolatry right in front of everybody. No one cares. It's secular to them, because it's not what you call it. It's just part of their daily life. And we call it 7th day, or 6 days from now. You'll get that day. Because I always saying Saturday or Sunday. You get vexing, because we literally have to say Sunday, sun worship, and Saturn worship. So the Roman gods and Greek gods and stuff. But yeah, Just once again, says, but that which is good to use of edifying. So anything we use to edify, knowing that this world is created off of, this is the Roman Empire revised, literally. That's why, once again, the names of the gods, Augustus, August, so us being the suffix of deifying oneself in the I think, yeah, Greek Empire, Roman Empire. So this is what this word actually has to offer. That is actually a spell, magic. This deception, nonetheless, what Esau is, a devil. And this is Genesis chapter 3:14. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto the serpent," being the spiritual Satan, and what being Esau, being the physical counterpart of Satan, the serpent, is because thou hast done this curse above all cattle, being this as well a curse. It says, "Thou art cursed above all cattle and above all every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thy dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life." And of course, this is for Esau. This is what they're gonna do. They're like a asshole, like a snake. They're ultimate serpents. They deceive, and they're like they're a hungry lion that see what they can devour. Now those same people are the rulers of the earth right now. They're the hammer of the earth. Their face on the back of the money. They control everything economically, everything televised wise. Entertainment, anything. They control all this, but that's not gonna last forever. A curse that's upon Esau is that he's gonna be in slavery. He's gonna be in hardcore bondage slavery by his little brother Esau, by his little brother by his little brother Jacob, Israel, Yasharallah. He is the prince of power. Yah meaning he, Shar meaning prince, Allah meaning power. So the first should be last, and last should be first. Well, slightly that's not the right one, but ultimately it's gonna turn upside down, man. We're gonna be raised up, and Esau gonna be at the same level of pride and everything, and the Most High servants gonna be raised up to be kings and gods of the earth. Just getting a definition of the word spell. It's magic, It says a set of words or actions used to perform magic, believed to have a magical force to control or influence events or people. So as far as magic goes, it doesn't mean deception. So that word control, influence is very much real, because you gaslight somebody, or Stockholm syndrome. You're telling our people that they're free when they're not. You tell our people that there's nothing wrong with eating pork when it is. That's what Christian churches do. Our people do. That's what Esau does. So on and so forth. These are the real curse words. These are real spellings that's the deception to our people, and the real curse. So kind of let's lead on that, man. Just going to curse words. I one thing I had to make a video, but it's milk, and honestly, it's, good to know that I guess a lot of people think that it's bad and stuff. It's not acceptable to say around younger folks and older folks, to have respect. But at the same time, some kids don't even care. It's just kind of like back in their mind. They're going to see way worse. Not to say you're supposed to just force on them, but ultimately, if you teach them the truth, and they're only worried about you cussing, that's me. It's not even for them. They worry about, like they say, like some people say, why y'all yelling? And we trying to teach and edify them. We supposed to yell. We supposed to live by the word of the trumpet. They saying why y'all do this and do that. They're trying to question. They're trying to do that. They ultimately trying to come against you. They're not trying to do that. Especially if we have all the answers for them. They still keep on. You answer 30 questions for them, and it's all like against what you're doing, the natural balance of it. They're trying to come against you. So that's just what it is. That's how Christians be. That's how these atheists and these paganists be. So, but Khan though, y'all did all this edifying little lesson with that. So shalom.